A leader in the health and wellness space. This is an upper arm blood pressure monitor and pulse oximeter with bag. I don't want to scare you, but according to the Center for Disease Control, half of adults, that's 18 and above, have high blood pressure. That's over 120 million people in this country. And the scary part is, it often has no signs or symptoms when you have that high blood pressure. So this is a really, really important device for you to bring into your home. And there's two of them because you're getting the blood pressure and the oximeter for this fantastic clearance price of $48.99 or 3 easy payments of $16.33, both of which come with the batteries. And then you get that wonderful carrying travel bag to go ahead and take this anywhere you need to. And you might be thinking, where would I need to take this? Well, Emily Scott, who's joining me right now. Good morning. It's so good to see you.
Good morning.
We were just talking about the fact that you can actually record and save all of your readings and take the device to the doctor.
And make it so easy for yourself.
Yeah.
I mean, it is really incredible. And you know, this is from HoMedics. We're a leader in health and wellness. And when we show up, sometimes it's really fun, massagers and aromatherapy and great things. But this is one of the most important things that we do. It is a kit of 2 devices, a blood pressure monitor and an oximeter, that give you your blood pressure, pulse, and blood oxygen level.
Great.
The reason we do this is so that you can step up and be proactive about your health care. As you said, CDC tells you that high blood pressure puts you at risk for heart disease and stroke, and it often has no signs or symptoms.
That's wild.
So it's important that you be able to monitor at home where you're most comfortable on a regular basis.
Absolutely.
That's what it's about.
And we go to the doctor and the doctor's like, do you know where your blood pressure's at around these days? And like, you never want to be the person who's like, I don't. No.
Yeah.
You know, this keeps you top of mind. This keeps you in control and really does let you know what's going on with your body.
It's kind of like a secret door into your health care.
Yeah.
So can we get you started with this?
Absolutely.
Yes. Okay, so you're gonna slip on the cuff.
I'm gonna do this all on my own.
Now,
Okay, fantastic.
Steve has a bare arm. I have a sweater on. You can't do it if you have a super thick sweater, but I have like a nice light sweater. This is the cuff that goes on your arm, not your wrist. And you're going to put it on so that the tube is in the center of your bicep. Okay. Up on your bicep.
And then up a little bit higher.
And the tube is going to be pointing down. So you have it upside
I have
down.
it upside down.
Yep. Actually,
okay,
see, that's why I love QVC. I love that something like that happens.
We get to
so
walk
we can
through.
teach you, how to do it at home.
Perfect.
So this is what it looks like right here.
Okay.
As Steve gets that, he's going to put it as tight as the doctors do, which
this is great because I can read the directions here.
See how it goes?
Oh, we see that. Okay,
that's HoMedics. So
Great.
clever. Now you're going to put the monitor down on the table. Now this is the hard part. You can't talk.
Oh, okay.
So feet flat, do not cross your legs. You sit still without talking. Now we're not going to get an accurate reading because we are on television.
We're on TV and I've had lots of coffee this morning.
Coffee. But you're going to now hit with one finger the start button.
Okay.
And what we are going to do for you is inflate automatically, take your diastolic and systolic readings as well as your pulse. Inflate and deflate, you don't have to do a thing. But then the most important part, actually your tube should be in the front here.
Tube in the front.
Yeah, so you're going to stop the monitor.
Stop.
His tube's a little bit in the back, so you want it up front like that.
Easy, quick deflate.
Yeah.
Perfect.
See that tube? Yeah,
right
there he
in the
goes.
front, like this.
Yes,
okay,
exactly.
Gotcha.
You're going to hit that.
Start
so
again?
not only is it going to take your blood pressure and your pulse, it's also going to compare for you to the standards set forth by the American Heart Association. So you don't have to know, is this a high number? Is this a low number? How am I doing? What am I doing? Blood pressure monitor will tell you for you, and then it will store the number in the memory.
Oh, that's awesome.
I know.
I love. Oh, I should be talking.
Well, he's going to talk because we're on TV, so he's going to get a reading. But you know, I hope you get a high reading, because we're on TV, so we can show an error message. Because it's really nice to be able to see that.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And yeah, we're out here running around set. I've had a few cups of coffee. When would be the ideal time to take this reading on like a regular day for myself?
You want to take it on a regular basis. Ideally, every day in the morning would be best.
Okay, first thing in the morning?
First thing in the morning, if you can. If you can't, that's okay, as long as it's on a regular basis. So maybe even once a week.
Okay.
If you think about how often do you go to the doctor, first thing, even if you have a hangnail, you go to the doctor, They take your blood pressure, your pulse, and your blood oxygen level, right? All these. That is one quick glimpse in time, maybe every few months.
Yeah, definitely.
But when you take this to the doctor, you now have a whole history of what your health care is.
Right. Well, Emily and I were just talking before we started this presentation, you know, Emily's dad, my mom, these are the moments that you want to have at home so that you can accurately tell a nurse, a doctor who might be making regular calls to the house to find out how you're doing, what's going on, especially with something that you don't have any signs or symptoms of perhaps maybe getting a reading that could be dangerous. So this is fantastic because we're showing you this fantastic opportunity to bring home the upper arm blood pressure monitor with the batteries and then the pulse oximeter with the batteries as well, all in that travel case for a clearance price of $48.99. That is $21 less than the original QVC price that was $70, or 3 easy payments of $16.33. Okay, so mine just went off.
Okay, so let's turn it back on and see what your reading was.
Perfect.
So we're going to go to the memory. There we go. So it stores 60 of your last readings. So his reading was 138 over 101. That, and again, that is not, Mommy and Daddy, do not worry about Steve. He's okay. That's what happens when you don't do it correctly, right? Okay?
Yes.
But you have a record. You don't have to write it down. You don't have to remember anything. You've got 60 readings. And in addition to the pulse and the blood pressure, you can also take your blood oxygen level. This is called an oximeter. You simply slide it on your finger, press go. Right now, my blood oxygen level is 99. It should be between 95 and 100. Again, this is something you should do on a regular basis. But here's the thing. If you ever woke up and you're like, just not right, your rhythm's off, maybe you feel a little dizzy or whatever it is, take your blood oxygen level. If it's below 95, for me, I would call the doctor right away.
Sure.
Yeah.
No, definitely. I'm at 95.
You are, and now you're 97.
Oh!
You're perfect.
Okay,
He's
perfect.
perfect. He's perfect.
This is wonderful. I love the fact that we can sit here, relax, have this wonderful conversation, and be able to really like wrap our head around what's going on with ourselves. This is so cool, and it's on a clearance price of $48.99. Remember, you're saving $21 off that original QVC price that was $70 to bring home this HoMedics upper arm blood pressure monitor and pulse oximeter with the bag for $48.99. Item B84812. Just fantastic. Thanks so much, Emily. We'll see you soon.